Have you ever wondered what would happen if the best G League team played in the NBA? Well, Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs figured out the answer to that question on February 1st, 2022, the hard way.
Here's Kuminga. Leans in, gets the... Damien Lee for the lead. Got it! No, he doesn't! On the deck!
Oh, my. What's happening?
Vassell. And that'll do it. The Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. You know, when the report came out that the Warriors would be playing without Curry, Clay, Draymond, Wiggins, Otto Porter, Nemanja, Iguodala, and Wiseman, I thought to myself, sheesh, a super Santa Cruz Warrior team is about to step onto an NBA court. And when I say this is a super G League team, I'd love to say I'm joking, but I'm not. I mean, check out the roster that was playing. Both Gary Payton II and Jordan Poole played in the G League last season. Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga are going to be in and out of the G League this year. JTA and Damien Lee played multiple seasons in the G League just a few short years ago. And Chris Chiozza and Weatherspoon are practically G League players right now. Only Kavon Looney remains, and although he's been playing in the NBA the last few years, once upon a time, he was a G Leaguer as well. Oh my goodness, guys. And they actually won against a team composed of first-round draft picks that have played and developed chemistry together for a couple of years. How in the world did this happen? Well, let's quickly take a look at the box score of every Warrior who hit double digits in scoring, and then let's break this down a bit. I'm going to start off with Jordan Poole. He went off for 31 points, shooting 9 for 24 from the field, and went a perfect 9 for 9 from the free throw line. JP3 is starting to become elite in the NBA. I mean, first off, after this game against the Spurs, he becomes the #1 free throw shooter, percentage-wise, in the entire league at 91.8%. Next off, his ability to break down the defense is superb. I mean, check this out. Here's Poole up top with the ball. Damien Lee sets the screen, then Poole splits through the cracks. A 6'11" Jock Landale meets Poole at the rim and contests the shot, but Poole finishes the play and gets the and one.
Come back with something vulgar.
On many other teams in the league, Jordan Poole could already be starting point guard in my opinion, and it's just absolutely scary that Golden State has him coming off the bench. Anyway, let's take a look at another quick example of how Jordan Poole is just flat out balling this season. Here's Poole on the perimeter with the ball. I could break this play down for y'all, but some basketball plays are just better off watched uninterrupted.
18 points for Cat. There's Poole with the hesitation in the back pedal. The Milwaukee native.
Oh my goodness, guys. That step back, it kind of reminds me of the King of Pop. It's insane to think just one short year ago, this kid was suiting up for the Santa Cruz Warriors, and now he's hitting game winners against fully loaded NBA teams. After the win against the Spurs, this is what Poole had to say. It shows what our character is like. Coming from the top of the food chain all the way down, everybody is excited for each other, wants to see everybody succeed. Steph was just talking to me the entire game just giving out any piece of advice, personally and as a team. Klay Thompson was excited, the group chat was blowing up a little bit, everybody was in the group chat. It's just amazing to have the camaraderie and chemistry that we have, but it's not only basketball, the off-the-court relationships and the character that we have through the locker room. Anyway, next off is Damien Lee, the Splash brother-in-law, who played in the G League for 3 years from 2017 to 2019. In this game against the Spurs, he decided to take on the family business of Splash, and gosh, was he huge or what? Lee ended up with 21 points while shooting 50% from distance and came up clutch in the end. I mean, a critical 3-point shot with about 2 minutes left to go in the fourth, and then the assist to Poole which sealed the game. Did you all know that over the past 10 games, Lee has been shooting 48.1% from 3-point range? Sheesh. Anyway, Kuminga and Moody have been tearing up the G League whenever they suited up this season, and in this game against the Spurs, they went off for 19 and 20 each. It was probably the best NBA game they played together so far. And these two youngins, although they may not be as skilled as a starting unit, they hustle like there's no tomorrow. I mean, did y'all see Moody just save the day by diving to the floor at the end for the loose ball? If you missed it, let me show you what I mean.
For the shot. The three. No. Murray's got it. No, he doesn't.
Here we go. Eventually, Damien Lee gets the ball and gives it to Poole for that dagger 3, but if Moody didn't hit the floor here, then the Warriors wouldn't have won. And last but not least, Kavon Looney, who played for the G League back in 2017. Kavon had a double-double for 12 points and 12 rebounds and has been an absolute monster on the glass recently. Time after time after time, Looney has been getting offensive rebounds for second-chance points, and seriously, sometimes I wonder, where would the Warriors be without him? Now, I know the Spurs are like the 12th seeded team in the West, but nonetheless, this win just goes to show how scary the depth of the Warriors team actually is. I mean, just for some context, what would the Phoenix Suns be without, let's say, 4 of their starters? Without CP3, without Booker, Ayton, and Bridges? Where would the Suns be? I'll leave that up to your interpretation. And it's just not them either. Can you imagine the Milwaukee Bucks playing without Giannis, Middleton, Holiday, and Portis? Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, and one more team here really quickly. Can you imagine what the Memphis Grizzlies would be like if they didn't have Ja, Bane, Brooks, and Jackson? Sheesh. If they didn't have those 4 players, they might as well put back on their Vancouver Grizzlies jerseys and head back north. Nah, I'm kidding about that. But the point I wanted to make was that the Warriors' depth is just absolutely scary when you compare them with other teams around the league. And the thing is, before the playoffs start, it'll probably get even deeper. Here's what I mean. As of today, the Golden State Warriors, for all intents and purposes, have practically already secured a playoff position. And since the goal is to win a championship, I'm sure Steve Kerr and the rest of the coaching staff are going to be working a bit more on developing the young talent. Let's look at Kuminga for a quick second here.
Of all the people.
It's like on the drive. I like that shot all night long.
Sheesh, guys. It's scary to think that when Wiggins or Draymond goes to the bench, this guy enters. And imagine if he improves every area of his game just a bit more before April. It's just not fair, guys. It's just not fair. Anyway, here's what Dwayne Wade said about the Warriors after that win against the Spurs. It's incredible, and it's all based on culture, and it's all based on Draymond, Steph, and Clay, the leaders. You can see it tonight by the way that those young guns played. That's because they have great leadership in their organization. At any rate, moving on here. We all know that the offense of this 2022 Warriors squad is scary because of the depth. But the big question now is, which players are going to get playoff minutes in the postseason? We all know that in the playoffs, teams usually tighten the rotation to 8, 9, or maybe 10 players, but the Warriors could practically go 13, 14, or maybe even 15 deep. Let's actually take a quick look at what this will look like. For the starting 5, it's probably going to be Steph, Clay, Draymond, Wiggins, and Wiseman. Then coming off the bench, it'll most likely be Poole, GP2, Looney, Kuminga, and Otto Porter. And then you still have Lee, JTA, Moody, Iguodala, and Nemanja, who are all fantastic role players. Steve Kerr and the rest of the coaching staff are going to have a ton of options, but one thing is for sure, the Warriors are completely loaded. Anyway, onto a slightly different topic here. Have you ever wondered why Steph Curry is still so difficult to guard at age 33? I mean, he's about to turn 34 next month, I think, but he's still taking NBA players to school. Anyway, I looked into it and produced this video right here for y'all. It's pretty insane what this guy can do, and I'm sure you'll love the video. Anyway, just click the video, and like always, I'll be waiting on the other side.